On the coldest night of the year when fireworks were already counting down hope for millions, one man stood invisible in the glow of luxury he owned but could never feel. He had everything money could buy, private jets, penthouses, power, but not a single place to sit on New Year's Eve. No reservation, no companion, no one waiting for him. And just when humiliation burned deeper than the winter air, a poor single father with nothing but a paper menu and a tired smile did something no billionaire ever expected. He waved him over. Although that single wave would unravel secrets, heal wounds buried for decades, and change 3 lives forever. Before the clock struck midnight, the city glittered like it was mocking him. Every window sparkled with laughter, every restaurant glowed with warmth, and every couple passing by seemed wrapped in something Ethan Blackwell could never purchase: belonging. He stood outside the most exclusive restaurant in the city, coat perfectly tailored, watch worth more than the building's foundation, yet the hostess didn't even recognize his name. For the first time in years, money failed him. "We're fully booked," she said politely, already turning away. It wasn't anger that settled in his chest. It was something worse. Loneliness, the kind that echoes louder when surrounded by celebration. Ethan walked aimlessly, memories creeping in uninvited. Boardrooms, applause, magazines calling him a genius. None of them mentioned the nights he ate alone. None of them knew he hadn't spoken to his sister in 10 years, or that he spent every New Year's Eve replaying the moment his mother died in a tiny apartment while he chased his first million. Success had come fast. Love had not. Snow began to fall as he stopped near a small, modest diner tucked between glowing giants of fine dining. Inside, tables were crowded but imperfect. Children laughed too loud. Forks clinked. And that's when he saw them, a man and a little girl sitting at a corner table. The girl wore a red Santa hat too big for her head, her feet swinging beneath a chair. A single cupcake sat between them with one candle. No champagne, no luxury, just presence. The man noticed Ethan lingering by the window. Their eyes met. Ethan looked away, embarrassed, until the man raised his hand and waved. Not a pity wave, not a curious one, a genuine invitation, as if to say, "You don't have to be alone tonight." Ethan hesitated. His entire life screamed not to step into places like this. But something in the child's laughter broke through his defenses. He opened the door, warmth rushed over him. And without realizing it, he stepped into the moment that would dismantle everything he thought he knew about himself. "Mind if I join you?" Ethan asked, his voice unfamiliar even to himself. The man smiled. "We'd be honored," he said, pulling out a chair. "I'm Daniel. This is my daughter, Lily." Lily beamed. "Happy New Year, mister." They talked at first about nothing. The weather, the fireworks, the cupcake, but slowly truth surfaced the way they always do when walls are down. Walls are down. Daniel was a single father. His wife had passed 3 years ago. Money was tight. Tonight was special because Lily had begged to eat out just once like other kids. Ethan listened more than he spoke. For the first time in decades, no one cared who he was. No one asked for favors or investments. They just listened. When the bill arrived, Ethan instinctively reached for it. Daniel stopped him gently. "It isn't about money," he said. "It's about starting the year not feeling alone." The words hit Ethan harder than any business loss ever had. As the countdown began, Lily climbed onto her chair. Make a wish," she shouted. Ethan closed his eyes, and for the first time, he didn't wish for more success. He wished for forgiveness, for family, for a second chance. When midnight struck, fireworks exploded outside, but the real explosion happened at that table. Ethan broke down. He told them everything. His regrets, his isolation, the family he abandoned. Daniel didn't judge. He simply listened. And then he said something that would echo for the rest of Ethan's life. "Maybe you weren't late tonight. Maybe you were exactly where you were supposed to be." Weeks later, Ethan found Daniel a job. Not charity, partnership. He helped Lily get the education his sister never had. And one quiet evening, Ethan stood at his sister's doorstep for the first time in 10 years. Because sometimes the richest moments don't happen in penthouses or 5-star restaurants. Sometimes they happen at a small table with a single cupcake when a stranger decides to wave. No matter how successful you become, life isn't measured by what you own, but by who you share the table with. And sometimes the people with the least to give offer the greatest gifts of all: kindness, connection, and a reason to believe again